We waiting on everybody else. Everybody else is about to come in. We talking about Rellism Sports Talk Raw tonight. We getting Raw. Episode 66. Part 1. Rellism Sports Talk. We waiting for everybody else to jump in. Everybody else is coming back in. But we talking about Raw. This is the first time we're gonna do the Say What segment to start the show off. But we gotta start off with my man Kobe Bryant. This past Wednesday, 2-year anniversary. Kobe's gone. Sucks. Anybody that knows me knows how I felt about Kobe. 2 years ago, it still seems like it's like yesterday that Kobe was gone. But yeah, so that's how I'm gonna start off the show, of course, because everybody knows what Kobe meant to me. My man Tommy's just in the building. Tommy, I'm just starting off the show with Kobe Bryant love. This past Wednesday, 2-year anniversary of him gone. You know what I'm saying? I know you feel the same way I do about Kobe. When you think about Kobe Bryant, what's the first thing that pops in your mind, Tommy? I can't hear you, Tommy. There you go.
When I think about Kobe, I've got a lot of thoughts when it comes to Kobe. I mean, it's his work ethic put something in me that had never been there before. There was a lot of different basketball coaches along the way, and a lot of different people along the way that helped me develop my game. But my game, the level it got to, regardless of who showed me how to play, came from Kobe Bryant. So that's the first thing that it makes me think of, was when I would hear him and his work ethic. I hadn't seen nobody really fight Jordan. I saw somebody stand on, toe to toe. And Jordan was the reason I played the game. So when I saw somebody stand next to Jordan and was like, I am it, I believe it. And he proved it, and I got to grow with him. So that's my first thought. My ultimate thought for Kobe, though, what I can't get through, what I watch every year around this time, is 81 points. Because before he ever passed, I watched 81 points and it made me cry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a baller. You watch 80, you see that game and you are like, there wasn't nothing ever. There's never been a better game than that. I've never seen, I don't care, football, basketball, tennis, golf, I don't care how low of a shot, the score you've got. 81 points from a 6'6" shooting guard. That was poetry. I watch it like it's a movie. So yeah, it was big for me.
That's what's up. Drew, welcome up, 540 Chopper. We just want to start off the show with remembering Kobe Bryant. Everybody knows me, knows how I feel about Kobe Bryant. This the 2-year. Wednesday was the 2-year anniversary of his death with Gigi and 7 others. Just a little respect for my man. You know what I'm saying? What's the first thing you think about when you think about Kobe Bryant?
Well, first, I think I want to say I remember 2 years ago being at work with you and looking at the TV and being like,
and we
man.
was together.
Yeah. And just like feeling that it felt like we lost somebody that for so long we all felt like we knew, through watching him grow and watching him win and put up these crazy numbers year after year. I mean, I remember he was like, 35, 36 when he tore his ACL. I mean, before he did that, he was having an MVP season and he just continued to win. And I just remember him being a winner and really showing people how to persevere.
Yeah, Chris, Skillet Instinct. We just gonna start the show real quick with a little remembrance of Kobe Bryant. 2 years gone on Wednesday. What's the one thing you think about when you think about Kobe Bryant?
He was the only player in my lifetime so far that had identical moves like MJ. He's the only one that I will ever feel that will have the skills like MJ, and he was definitely an elite player, man. It's sad and tragic what happened to him, man, and he's definitely gonna be missed, and he'll always be remembered, no matter how many years go by, bro. And you don't find there's only players like that once in a lifetime, and I don't know who will be another elite player like him. I do not. LeBron's a great player, but I would never put him in that bracket, yo. That's just facts.
I love you. That's what's up, man. And I'm not gonna get too sentimental about this because I don't want to take up all the time. I can talk about Kobe Bryant forever, but we going to start some new things called "Say What" from last episode. Say what? First time we're doing it. I'm gonna start off with some good things that we said, and then wait till we get into the bad stuff. So Drew better get his ass back here for this bad stuff because he's gonna be one of the main dudes saying some ill stuff. Some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shaman said the most pressure was Tannehill. All he had to do was play decent and win. He couldn't do that. Chris said hands down the Rams will win. Drew said Debo's the number one offensive weapon. I agree with all that. I said Josh Allen's gonna be a monster and nobody's gonna stop him running the ball. And then Shaman said the 49ers will win. I don't know why. And nobody wants that smoke in the playoffs. And what Chris said, Cooper Kupp is my keeper. And then you were like, but of course. That shit was funny as shit, Chris. But my number one spotlight for the shout outs is Chris, definitely. He called both number one seeds going down. With the Rams Bucks game, Chris said Cooper Kupp. And then in the Bills Chiefs game, he said Kelsey. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Chris, you called everything. You called everything right. You're the only one that called everything right. So big salute to you. Shout out to you. Great job. We'll see what you do this week. You might be a one-hit wonder like Mr. was. How that shit goes. But the bad shit, Tommy, neither the 49ers or Bengals have a chance.
No, and they still don't.
NFC representative will be the Bucks.
I said the Bucks
was
too.
talking about the Lambs drinking that Bud Ice.
Almost.
And then I did say, Shaman, your team's done. $50 tomorrow, but I had to give him $50 because I lost. Damn it. Tommy was like, Pittsburgh needs. They cannot have a number one receiver that's speedy and a route runner. What the fuck was Antonio Brown? Drew.
No, come on now. Generational.
You said you don't have to score in playoff football. Have you seen the scores of the games, Drew?
Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, I saw the scores of the Bills game.
Shaman said the Rodgers will retire 49er. Tommy, you also said it's Bills and Bucks all the way to watching the Super Bowl somewhere else. Drew, in the biggest game, the Chiefs and the Bills, you know what your X factor was? Emmanuel Sanders. Did he even play in the game? Did Emmanuel Sanders play in the game? Tommy.
Yes.
Tommy, hold on. Tommy said Tannehill has Josh Allen legs and arms. Really?
I didn't say arm. I didn't say arm. I didn't say arm.
Yes, you did.
Check the video. I didn't say arm. I didn't say arm. I said he's got Josh Allen like ability on the run.
You said Mahomes is in his ceiling. Has he, Drew? Yeah. And then your Pharrell, Drew, your biggest Pharrell is some shit. We're not even gonna make fun of Chris no more for saying that the Browns were gonna get Cam Newton. You want to know why? Because you said
if we don't get Aaron, I'm taking Tannehill.
Put Cam Newton on the Chiefs, and you'll get the same result as Mahomes. You big dummy. Are you serious?
Man.
Dummy. Really, Cam Newton? Cam Newton. No. Whatever. So that's to say what. And as you see, we say a lot of crazy things when we get caught up in the moment. Some things might slip out. But I like it, though, because most of the time I don't hear everybody because sometimes we talk over each other because we get all into it. But we're going to start off with the 49ers and Raiders and Packers. Packers still 0-4. Rodgers lost his last 5 games in the playoffs, but on the final play. Jimmy G, is he gone? Tommy, is he gone?
Jimmy G?
Is Jimmy G gone now?
He's just playing. He's playing for how many picks he's worth. That's what Jimmy G's playing for. He's playing for how many picks he's worth. I mean, he wants that contract. He wants those. I mean, some team you're either going to invest 3 years or 5 years into Jimmy G.
Chris, is Jimmy G gone?
Yeah. He's gone.
So we feel good with letting him go, get to the NFC Championship game.
If he, it's really a tough call.
Can't hear you, Drew. Is Jimmy G gone?
I don't know. I'm really not.
I don't know.
I'm sold. I'm not really sold on him, but at the same time, if you do bring your team to a championship game, like that has to be taken into consideration. And he's proven that he has found a way to win games when the San Francisco 49ers need him to.
0 TDs.
But he wins games. I mean, you got to look back at week 18, I believe it was, when they were playing the Rams and they needed that game. They needed that game to get to the playoffs. And he brought them all the way back.
What I was trying to get at is that
and get rid of your
only way that Jimmy G will stay in San Francisco.
I said I don't know.
Only way that he will stay in San Francisco.
Go ahead, Chris.
Only way that he'll stay in San Francisco is if he either wins the Super Bowl. If he gets to the final and he wins it. That's the only way he'll stay. I'm calling it.
He loses the Super Bowl. Suppose he loses again in the Super Bowl.
Oh, he's out. He's out. He's gone.
Damn.
He's gone.
I'm calling it. We're saying a quarterback
trade
leads his
Lance?
team 2 out of the past 3 years to the Super Bowl and loses, and we're ready to fry him. Look at the teams that we have in this circle right here. Look at the teams. Wouldn't we love to have our team in the Super Bowl 2 out of the past 3 years?
Yeah.
And
why not?
Ready to fry this quarterback. Why are you getting rid of a quarterback that fits your system? He fits your system. If anything, trade Lance and get what you can get for him. Why not?
Yep.
Why not?
You can't get the return you invested. You can't get
what kind of return are you getting for Jimmy G? Tommy, what return are you getting for Jimmy G?
If he goes to the Super Bowl, you get 2 first rounders.
If he loses
if he wins the next game, you get 2 first rounders for Jimmy G. If he loses this game, you're getting a first rounder minimum with a player return. No bull crap. Look what they just got for Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz went for 2. He ain't been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years. He might.
I don't know about 2 first.
This dude could. Washington might. Your team.
Let me ask you a question, Tommy. Let me ask you a question. Let's say Jimmy G loses this game, and they say we're going to keep him.
Worth.
And they say we're going to keep him. What's the value of Trey Lance if you traded him? What would teams pay for that?
For what?
For Trey Lance. For Trey Lance.
2 first rounders. He's worth 2 first rounders.
You're talking about the same thing then.
No, but Trey Lance has already got 3 first rounders investment. Jimmy G is on an expiring contract. He needs to be traded out now.
So you would rather have Jimmy G than Trey Lance going forward, or which one?
It doesn't matter. I think with that system,
I see you, baby.
All right. That's Kyle Shanahan.
Okay. Hey, well, we see what we talked about, which shows me that you guys all suck. Chris has had Eli Manning's lucky ass shit winning rings.
Get the fuck out of here!
Lucky ass shit, and
he still won them.
What did I do, man?
Shit, but you know what I mean. Jimmy G, I'll take Jimmy G right now for Washington. Right now, I will take Jimmy G for Washington to fit with that scheme.
For 2 first rounders, can I get 2 first rounders and a lineman?
No.
He's not worth that. You know he's not worth that.
You ain't gonna win.
Come on, man.
You ain't gonna
first
win.
rounders.
So here's my question.
2 Super Bowls in 3 years.
Why couldn't Aaron Rodgers score any points? Drew, why couldn't he score?
Listen, well, first and foremost, I'm tired of people telling me that Aaron Rodgers is GOAT status. Nope. I'm tired of he's the MVP. You know, they're going to the Super Bowl. They're going 13-3, 15-1. Meanwhile, they're losing to Eli Manning. That year they were 15-1.
I love Eli Manning.
They lost to Tom Brady last year. They're always a first or second round out. It doesn't matter. They can't get past the hump. And
why couldn't he score? He's supposed to be the MVP this year. Is he still the MVP? Is he?
You're asking me. I don't know why he couldn't score. I don't know why, especially
because they shut his ass down.
Especially.
Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead, Drew.
Go ahead, Drew. Finish up, Drew.
All right. Especially when you're getting a team like the San Francisco 49ers, who on their off days, bro, they're at the beach, they're hanging out, it's sunny. You know, you fly them into an
What's your
area
guys
that
doing?
they're not used to
Your
playing
guys-
in
what are
when
your
it's
guys doing?
snowing, and they come into the opposing stadium and win. That's not supposed to happen. Granted, I feel like they stepped in shit a little bit that day, but I don't know.
My thing is, they fucking choked in their home. Dude, they should have won that game.
Why
Hands
do they
down.
keep choking? Why do they keep choking?
I don't know. I feel like something, I've said this many times before to friends of mine. Sometimes I feel like shit's all fucking politics type shit, man. Like, it's rigged sometimes for quarterbacks to throw games. And not saying that come on. Aaron Rodgers always scores, bro. How do you not fucking score? I just don't make no.
Exactly.
I just don't make no sense. And Aaron Rodgers, I believe he's an elite quarterback. Okay? But damn. It was the worst game he had all fucking season.
Second
Where it mattered.
Check out his first game. Check out his first game.
Yeah, that was a bad game. That was a bad game.
Tommy, why can't he score? Is he the MVP? Why can't he score?
He was scoring all year. He could have scored that game just fine. He's been scoring all year. You're talking Aaron Rodgers 7-1 touchdown to interception ratio for
10 points
career.
10
He's putting up
points.
point. He's got a weakness against San Fran, and it's been proven.
What is it?
The hard defense, the hard-nosed defense. Lambeau was -4 degrees. I don't know what it is. I couldn't.
Yeah, but the thing is that team is used to that shit, so it made no sense. And you talking about, like Drew said, you talking about San Francisco where it's always hot. And they're coming to Lambeau Field in -4 degrees, bro. I know the 49ers wanted it more than they did anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Center, and I have a suspicion. I worry about it every time. I don't care about why Henry's not as good as home field, why it's not good to have Bakhtiari, and you've got to root for the O-line, because if the O-line doesn't win it, it's going to lose it versus Aaron Rodgers, because he just had a returning center, his main man, the guy up front who's calling the plays. This guy's coming back into the game after so many years of injury. These returning players usually sink week one. And in the playoffs, it's no joke.
So
that's why you should start farming.
That's where we're really going. I'm saying
that
makes no sense.
Fucking you stupid,
That makes no sense.
Yo, this
That
nigga,
makes no sense what you just fucking said, dude. That makes no sense. The ultimate home field advantage should be Lambeau Field. The ultimate Lambeau Field should be the ultimate home field advantage.
Except for maybe with San Fran. He plays there twice a year every year.
Okay.
None of that shit makes sense to me.
Or once a year every year.
I think it's mental. I think he thought he was going to be a 49er, and I think that he wanted to be a 49er, and I think it's some other stuff in his mind. Aaron Rodgers is too good for their defense. I know they got some studs on the line. They got some studs. Their secondary is horrible. Their secondary is not that great. Be for real, guys.
They're fine. They're fine. With what they got on the line, they don't need much of it. They just need the defense.
San Francisco offense did not score a point. Their offense didn't score a point.
You asked me why they lost. I said they got a.
No, you said I don't know why. You said I don't know why they lost. Is Rodgers still the MVP?
Aaron Rodgers at
his MVP?
Hometown team coming in with a returning center playing weak on the line.
Tommy, is he the MVP?
Yeah. Bro, I'm taking him in Denver next year. We got him
next
year.
Nope.
Somehow in this game. All right. I don't know how he
lost. Who's the MVP?
The MVP, like who should have been the MVP?
Who is the MVP? They ain't announced it yet. Who is it?
Cooper Kupp after his
Don't get Chris excited. Don't get Chris excited about Cooper.
My man,
oh my
that
God.
nigga is a savage. He's immortal. He is immortal.
Look,
he's immortal. They need to call him Cooper Cuppatron.
Look.
can't stop
Everybody, go ahead, Drew. Go ahead.
It doesn't
You
matter.
cannot stop him. Exactly. You can't. That nigga's a beast.
I look for real.
Yo, he's the white Jerry Rice.
He should have won.
The Broncos got their man. The Broncos got their man for their head coach, right? Broncos got their man as their
Hey,
head coach.
Giants got their head coach.
We ain't talking about them scrubs yet. The Broncos got their man. And it's rumored, of course, that Aaron Rodgers is a package deal with him. Okay?
No.
I'm going to tell
Well,
you.
no, he said no. He said that he is not wanting to be on a rebuild team. Flat out there, when he got interviewed, he is not going to want to stay if he's got to rebuild.
But is Denver a rebuild, really?
Yes.
With all that capital they got, there ain't no
teams.
rebuild.
I'm talking about Green Bay, so you know if
Yeah.
could have been in the playoffs easily.
So I'm going to go.
With one loss, 3 teams could have been in the AFC playoffs.
I'm going to go around the horn. I want y'all to tell me if Aaron Rodgers is going to Green Bay. But I'm going to tell you the team that he should go to. The team he should go to is what? What has Aaron Rodgers been? What division has he been in the whole year? His whole career. A bum-ass division. So go to another bum-ass division and go take Carson Wentz's spot because they don't want him anyway and go be the Colts quarterback with that elite defense, with Jonathan Taylor, and with that whack-ass division. That's where he needs to go. Why go to Denver and go against Mahomes and Herbert, who Drew and Shaman think is the greatest thing ever in the world, ever. And Herbert is not Mahomes or Peyton Manning. Again, Drew. And Tommy, Josh Allen is the shit because you dogged the hell out of him. The Colts is where Aaron Rodgers should go. Tommy, where should Aaron Rodgers go?
Aaron Rodgers needs to come. He needs to come to Denver. Bottom line.
Hey man, hey, keep being hopeful, bro.
Forward your boy. I mean, if you want to bring him, we honestly can squeeze him in. It's an easy route. We can dump Judy if you and give you him in a trade package with I hope no more than 2 1s. I could see it taking 3. But if we give up 2 1s, 2 2s, and a third. I'll give you the 2 2s and the third next year.
And Judy?
No.
And Judy for Aaron Rodgers. And
you would give all that up? You would want to give
and
all
Devontae
that up?
Adams.
Yo, he's 37.
And Devontae Adams.
He's
and
so
Devontae
old.
Adams. A-Rod and Devontae Adams, I'm going to give up 2 1s, 2 2s, a 3 in the next year's draft, plus Judy. And
wow.
I'm gonna run it, and I'm gonna run it about 3 years running. And I think it'll work with the defense because I can hold, honestly, under contract right now, the roster we got, I can hold Tim Patrick, I can hold Cortland Sutton, I can hold Noah Fant, I can hold Alberto, I can hold the whole defense behind them, plus whatever we pick besides 2 1s, 2 2s, and a 3. So y'all go ahead and take them. I'll roll with this defense 1 year and 2 years, drafting what we had this last year with the draft we just pulled. I think our defense is stout.
Chris,
so let's
enough of Tommy's homework.
Cortland and Tim.
Listen, I gotta cut Tommy off because I can go back many episodes when he said he didn't want Aaron Rodgers, but that look in his eye when he was looking
Nathaniel
at the camera
Hackett
looked like he had feelings for that motherfucker, yo. He was like, I will give up 2 1s, 2 2s, 3. I don't want to hear it. Chris, where's Aaron Rodgers need to go? Where's Aaron Rodgers need to go?
All right, so there's several potential teams that he may be looking at, man. And just let me talk before you run your mouth. The number one team right now that have a bigger cap space is the Steelers. Okay, they have the biggest cap space right now. All right, as far as a good elite team, and that's a potential team because Denver, even though they're a top contender team, you know what I mean, their cap space is trash right now. They don't even got the money to pay this nigga.
We have $59 million before.
That ain't shit. That ain't shit. Steelers got almost $100 million.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead.
The Steelers got almost $100 million. You got fucking the Miami Dolphins that got almost $100 million. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I'm telling you.
Where's he going?
I think he'll go to the Steelers.
Steelers, Drew. Where's he going,
both
Drew?
of them.
Drew, where should he go?
I got a logical one and a wild one.
Okay, go ahead.
My wild is Miami. My wild is Miami.
My logical one would definitely, I would have to agree with you with the Colts. I mean, they don't want Carson Wentz anyway. You know, I feel like they have Jonathan Taylor, who is a budding star. So Aaron Rodgers, as he gets older, he doesn't have to throw the ball off all the time. And my wild one is if Tom Brady retires, he's
the Bucks. I was getting ready to bring that up. Yeah, they have a good. If he retires, they have a hell of a cap space, yo.
Premier guy. He wants to throw the ball to Rodgers.
Let me say one more thing real quick. We'll move to the next one. I like all those. I mean, Denver obviously.
Rewatch the episode.
The Steelers has been a thing, but the Colts, they got the seventh most cap room, and they have enough room to get Devontae Adams also. With that offensive line they have, the Colts is the best opportunity for Aaron Rodgers to win.
Yeah, but they're not even. The thing is, Terrell, they're not even top 5 of prospects for him to go to.
They're the seventh most cap space. They have
but they're not even the top 5 of the prospects. Is what it'll make no sense.
You don't need your team is already good.
Trade Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you something. It could be surprising to everybody where he fucking goes.
It's the Colts. Anyway, Bengals.
Shut the fuck up, Terrell.
The Bengals won just like Chris said they would. They beat the Titans.
Hey.
So here's my question.
I mean, they shut down Henry, bro.
Tommy, what do you do with Tannehill now?
You need to boot him.
Stay or go?
He's got to go.
He's staying.
He's got to go. He's got to go.
Hold on. Tommy, you say he stays?
Who can they sign? They're going to get Rodgers. They're going to trade for Wilson. I mean, what's coming out in free agency? The draft sucks this year. So what are they doing? Why don't you put a play in? Why don't you put a play in for Deshaun Watson? Derrick Henry and this guy.
Deshaun Watson.
You ain't trading for Deshaun Watson.
Why not? You can't win. Hold on. Chris, hold on. Chris has said how built this team is. Chris has talked about the coaching staff on this team. He's talked about how this team is ready to win now. Tannehill is obviously your weak link. You can't tell me you go get Deshaun Watson that team's not ready to win a Super Bowl.
That's who I want. That would be my ultimate.
No. You win everybody. You win everybody. You want Aaron Rodgers.
Who drafted him as a rookie in FFF? Who drafted him as a rookie? That's my first third place. I mean, Deshaun Watson's rookie year. But that dude beat Alabama. Damn near did it twice.
You can't have everybody. Tommy wants everybody.
You cannot compare college to NFL, bro.
I hope he gets Kellen Moore to be his offensive coordinator.
You can't compare college to NFL. I don't care what nobody say. That college shit is bullshit. I've been watching NFL almost all my years, bro, and you can't never, ever in your life compare college football to NFL football, bro. You're talking about elite against the elite, and you're talking about some scrubs with a few elite players on the team.
I don't know. Alabama's got a bunch of them. Drew.
Yes.
Did Derrick Henry mess the chemistry up with the Titans? I'm tired of hearing about Devontae, whatever, Foreman. I don't want to hear nothing about that motherfucker, yo.
They should have kept him in, bro. That's all I'll say about it. They should have kept him in. He was doing better than Henry. They were fucking shutting him down, bro, every play. But they should have kept Foreman. Foreman was making the yards count. Foreman was making it count. Now, I'm just saying that. I'm not saying it would have been a difference in the game because they got their ass whooped. But still, if Foreman would have stayed, that running game would have been a lot better and they could have had more first downs.
So you're saying if they would have started Devontae Foreman, they would have did better than having Derrick Henry? Is that what you're saying?
What?
You're saying Foreman would have been better than Derrick Henry?
I think he should have had more PT than Derrick Henry.
Why is that?
Because he was performing better than Derrick Henry.
He wasn't there. He wasn't there. Before he was there, he was one of the best. He was leading the league in rushing. What do you mean?
Doesn't matter, dude. He was still doing better than him that game. That's what I'm trying to get at.
He had one run that busted open.
It doesn't matter. And what happened? That one run was more yardage than what he did the whole game.
Let me ask you a question. If you're in a basketball court, right, and you're playing 1-on-1 against me,
or they should have kept.
You're
Or
playing
they should have
1-on-1
kept
against me,
Hilaire.
right?
What was his name? His last
I
name?
don't care. You're playing 1-on-1 against me on the basketball court, right? And
Okay.
you're like, fuck it, it's just Terrell. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna do what I can do. Now Kobe Bryant comes to the court. Your ass is locked down. You ready to make stops, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Foreman's back there. You ready to make plays? Foreman's back there like shit. Tannehill's gonna throw it. I ain't fucking worried about Foreman. Come on, man. That's not fair.
That's that one.
Okay. All right. Whatever, Terrell. Okay. You're right.
I like that. I like that.
Henry got 4 carries.
They didn't give him the ball enough. You want to know why? Because Ryan Tannehill kept throwing interceptions. He kept throwing interceptions.
They should have stuck to the ground game. They should have stuck to the ground game.
He's mediocre.
They need to get rid of him, yo.
Look, the Bengals now. We see what they're at right now.
They need to get rid of him.
What's going to happen next week? We'll talk about it on the next show. But looking at their division, we know the Steelers and what they're going to be. They're going to take a backslide. Cleveland, I think they had their moment that they should have been there this year or maybe last year. I think they're going to take a backslide. You look at the Ravens, they didn't have Lamar all year or a lot of the year. Bengals and Ravens going forward. Which QB would you have more faith in? I'm going to start with Tommy because Tommy has been saying that Lamar Jackson's the best player in football. Who would you take going forward, Tommy?
Lamar Jackson's going to – 3 years ago, he was the NFL MVP. He 2 years ago he was running for 1,500 yards, no problem if he wants to. He's throwing for 3,500 yards if he can. He can get you if you get to the playoffs. When I see the playoffs, and I see the way the game's played, and I see a guy like Lamar, I know that if the Ravens are healthy, because that's what happened to him this year. They had 29 injuries, 29 players hit the IR. They are gone. Boom, 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 boom. They're number 1, number 2 running back preseason. Boom, boom.
You're right.
Gone. I mean, this wasn't what we wanted. We will get what we want out Lamar Jackson. 3 years ago, he was NFL MVP. 2 years ago, he was a top 3 QB in the league. Last year, he got so ruined. So let's go ahead and wait. Lamar's the man.
Okay, Drew.
Top 3 player in the
Drew,
league.
who you taking, Drew? Who you taking?
I would agree.
Oh,
Lamar Jackson is a freak of nature. I mean, he can run the ball.
What?
He can throw the ball.
Oh my gosh.
It's 5.
What's wrong with y'all's generation?
He's huge. I mean, how are you going to stop a player as dynamic as that going forward? Especially, like Tommy said, with the injuries and everything. I think they went through 4 or 5 running backs in the first half of the season. So Lamar had to be their running back, and he stepped up and proved that he could be their running back. Not to mention, on the other side of the ball, you have a
No, he didn't. He didn't prove shit. He was hurt for 5 games.
Ankle.
Well, yeah, I mean,
doesn't matter. He's still hurt.
All right, so
Quarterback, you're a quarterback.
Chris, who would you take? Who you taking going forward? Burrow or Jackson?
For what team?
In the division, Burrow or Jackson?
Burrow's a playmaker. He's a pocket player.
Why is that? Why? Real quick.
I mean, he knows how to. He knows what to look for. Like I said, he's a quarterback. He's a precision quarterback, and if he got it, he's gonna make it happen. Lamar Jackson can't even throw the fucking ball.
I tell you right now, it's definitely Burrow. Are you serious? The way the NFL is set up right now, it's about scoring. It's about throwing. It's about offense. We've seen running quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson is a freak of nature. He is. But how much longevity is he going to have for that? When your backup quarterback throws better than you throw, Burrow's out here doing things we haven't seen.
And I'm surprised. I'm surprised how it's going. I'm surprised.
Where he goes, Burrow wins everywhere he goes, and he's taking the league by storm. You watch and see.
And Lamar Jackson.
Why hasn't Lamar Jackson?
I am absolutely surprised Lamar Jackson made it this far. As far as much as he runs, bro. Because what happened to RG3? He was supposed to be a freaking nature, RG3.
Where's Lamar Jackson's money?
Well, RG3 was not that fast.
Where's Lamar Jackson's money?
Y'all don't know how fast Lamar Jackson is.
Listen, we're done with Lamar Jackson. We're on to the last one. But
ain't nobody over there.
Money. Where's his money at? Same where Baker Mayfield's is. Non-existent. Anyway, Rams and Bucks.
Burrow's on a rookie contract.
I'm not talking about Burrow. I said Lamar Jackson and fucking Baker Mayfield. Sorry, if I said Burrow, I meant Baker Mayfield. Same thing, draft class. No money, no contract.
Baker
The
is
only one that
done.
got a contract extension is who? Josh Allen. Anyway, Rams and Bucks, we saw how that game went. The game was crazy. What's more of a surprise to you? That Tom Brady and his team didn't finish what we were scared was going to happen again? Or that
What did I say?
Stafford,
What
or
did
that
I
Matthew
say?
Stafford came through. Chris, what's more a surprise?
Both. I mean,
You gotta pick one, man.
okay. What more of a surprise is Matthew Stafford came through, bro. He came through, and he was on point. He was good. I can say a lot more, but no, I'm just saying. No, I mean, we gotta say. I mean, he's the beast, but they came through. They played a damn good game, and like I said in the last show, if you bring that fucking pressure to Tom Brady, he folds. And sure enough, did he not?
Oh,
I mean, I don't know if he folded. I mean, he drove him all the way down the field and scored, and then the defense gave up some busted ass coverage. Tommy, what are you more surprised about, Tommy? What are you more surprised about?
I'm surprised Tom folded. I mean, in my opinion, the man proved it again.
Bro, did you watch the whole game?
You had to nail down.
He was shut down.
If you had to nail down the turning point on that game, when Tom rolled out with a bloody lip, who hit him? Who hit him? Who beat him last time when it counted? Who beat him last time when the game was really hard? That was Von. That was Von Miller. That was 5'8", and it'll always be 5'8". Ain't no 4-0 in this. So when Von came through and he went ahead and made Tom bow again to the only man who owns him in the postseason.
I thought Eli Manning owned
Von
him.
against Tom. And
I thought Eli Manning owned him.
I was like, man, why did we get rid of him? But Tom folding to Von surprised me because Von is a kryptonite. Von's kryptonite. Ask Tom. Ask Tom for real. Get Tom in the closet and ask Tom who you want in the postseason. Who's the last player you want to see on the other side of the line right now? Who's the one that cost you the game the most times when you wanted that championship game? He's going to tell you, damn it, it's that boy from Texas.
You know what I love about y'all three? You three especially. And of all the people that be on here, you three love your teams so much.
Yo,
you will always come up with some bullshit fantasy island shit in your mind to make sure that we talk about y'all's team in a highlight. He don't give a fuck about Von Miller. He don't care about Von Miller. Eli Manning owned him more than Von Miller does. Eli Manning owns him more than Von Miller does.
2.5 sacks. He's out there like
Drew. What are you more surprised by?
I'm more surprised by how awful the Bucks defense played that whole game. And to say that Tom Brady folded is a gross overstatement.
Thank you.
Given that he brought them all the way back with like no time left. And then to give it up when you, like I said earlier, you can't guard Cooper Kupp. By the time Cooper Kupp is off the line, their safety's just like running back and turning, and where the fuck did he go? And he's gone, and it's a touchdown. That's the whole game. You can't stop that man, especially if you're asleep half the time. I was just not impressed by the Bucs defense first and foremost. I think Matthew Stafford has paid his dues in Detroit, and he's going all the way.
Off topic. I have to get
back to that Stafford, baby.
Off topic. I want to say Cincinnati's how many sacks Cincinnati had last week was unreal.
Look, we're gonna talk about all that in the next episode. Look,
hurry the fuck up.
2 minutes left. Episode 66, part 2. We're gonna talk about big time storylines. We're gonna talk about the Chiefs and Bills because we ain't even talked about that yet. And then the big time storylines going into it, and then we're gonna get into the championship weekend. Who's gonna win? Who has the chance to win? What's the best things for the Super Bowl? That's what's gonna be on the next one. But before we finish up right here, is Brady gonna return? Tommy?
Yes.
It's kind of hard, man.
Not to, right?
It's yeah, true.
Return?
I think he will.
Drew.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hypothetically, if Tom Brady does not return to the Bucs, what team's gonna win that division? Drew, who would win the division?
J-Bo will be back. Saints.
Saints would win because of Winston.
Yeah.
Chris, who would win? Tough.
Fuck.
It's tough.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Could Tampa Bay win with who? Who's their backup quarterback? He was in the same class as Patrick Mahomes.
Blaine Gabbert.
No. Who's their backup quarterback?
Blaine Gabbert.
No, he's not.
Yes, it is, yo.
No. Come on, dude. He's the number 3 pick in the draft by the Cardinals, and then they let his ass go when they drafted Kyler Murray next year with the new coach. Come on. Y'all don't even know his name no more. Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen. Tommy, who would win the division?
Who would win the division between these two guys?
No, if Tom Brady left.
Well, the Bucks are getting a new QB. So you got the
They're
same
done.
roster.
Rellism Sports Talk, episode 66, part 1 is done. Stay tuned for part 2, baby. Part 2.
Peace. Hurry up.
We're going to have big time storylines. Big time storylines. Big time storylines. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all are crazy out here, yo. I love you guys. You guys are great.
Hey, Falcons coming back. Falcons gonna come back.
Falcons coming back. I'm gonna keep talking shit. Tommy wants every quarterback in the world to be his quarterback.
Tommy's hopeful.
Deshaun ain't trading. They're not going to trade Deshaun Watson until fucking they starting.